And would you like some hot chocolate?
A cold hand warms up with a hot drink.
Cheese whiz, peanut butter and jelly, and vegetarian sandwiches.
An empty stomach fills up with a couple of sandwiches.
Nice meat sandwich without any pickle, a banana. You gotta get your vitamins. It's hard getting out on the street.
And for Roland Hanna, some sandwiches are just fine, because at 6 o'clock he's on the streets looking for dinner. Tonight it's a pickled meat sandwich and a banana.
Youth are just not taken care of out here, and these guys do their best to, help out and make sure that people, get some food and some socks and, get to where they're going.
Hanna is homeless. The 21-year-old says he's been trying to get on welfare for 3 months, but he says even if he did, he likely wouldn't be able to afford rent anyway. For many of Victoria's street youth, this meal is their first of the day.
So, what kind of sandwich do you have there?
I have meat with pickle sandwich, and I got some vegetables.
This is the food van run by the YMYWCA. It's on our streets 5 nights a week, handing out sandwiches, warm drinks, and medical supplies to teens and sometimes to even children who call our streets home. And every night, this van means dinner for at least 40 young people.
Think about it, if you don't eat even for a day, how hungry you are. Well, some of these kids haven't eaten maybe for 2 or 3 days, maybe longer. And so having that food and knowing that it's going to be there for them it's huge.
Travis and Betty are both counselors and have been helping young people for 6 years. When the doors of the van open, the lineup begins, and that lineup is getting longer.
What we see a lot right now, and let's say in recent years, it's just economy. We have a lot of people accessing us right now where it's really just poverty. They may have jobs, but they don't get enough hours anymore. They work for minimum wage. They can just afford rent, but not food.
For several hours each day, Travis and Betty work with kids on the street.
All right, there you go.
To get to appointments, deal with different housing or government agencies, and provide addictions and trauma counseling.
Our ultimate goal is to obviously have them being healthy and productive in whatever they see their life would like to be, whether that be, maybe still on the street, but just, healthy and just living more of a natural kind of lifestyle, or eventually go to university, get a job, buy a house.
The Threshold Housing Society in Victoria says at 44%, our city's youth poverty rate is the highest in Canada. The society also estimates 200 teens and 300 19 to 24-year-olds live without stable housing in Victoria. The problem is there aren't many options.
Youth can't access adult services. For instance, many shelters won't let anybody under 19 in. Often it is not beneficial for the youth to be too mixed up with the older homeless crowd, the older drug users, and they don't want to be mixed up.
But when you look around our streets, you might not see homeless youth. Many suspect it's because they're hidden by the more visible adult homeless population, but they are out there.
We have a lot of kids who are basically in a constant state of crisis, which can mean they're homeless. That ranges from sleeping outside in the park, that could be somebody couch surfing, being totally vulnerable to sexual harassment and sexual exploitation just for a place on somebody's couch to spend the night.
Both Shannon and Ricky spent time on the streets. Now they're helping out and giving back.
They give you that little push that you really need, and they were there through thick and thin.
There isn't any for kids. This is why, if this wasn't happening, there'd be a lot of kids that would be in trouble. Yeah, and for moral support too. They're here for that too.
Travis and Betty are out almost every night, and they'll be out all winter too. And with a cold winter expected, they're hoping to have enough warm drinks and sandwiches to go around. In Victoria, I'm Nikki Iwanishin, your Community News Specialist.
Producing over 9,000 hours of local programming every year. This is Shaw TV, your local voice.